Looking down over the city from atop Big Ben. What's up, guys? Back again for another episode. This is actually the part 2 of our British style city. Glad to have everyone back. Just be sure hit that like button for more SimCity. I'll continue to do so as long as you guys are enjoying it, and best way to do that is by hitting that like button. Let's get started. So after we left off last episode, I was kind of just stating that it was getting a little bit tedious for me to, lay down all these roads, and it's kind of a pain. So I went ahead and I did that. I filled everything in. I mean, of course, there's little pockets here that we'll address, but for the most part, everything here is laid out the way I want it as far as residential. One thing we're going to work on a little bit in this episode is the land value scenario. And what else? We've got plenty of room down here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this little area yet. We've got our water and our sewer out here. Industry is going to be down over here. I don't know. Maybe we can even put more residents in here. I don't know. We'll see. But let's see. What we're going to address is land value, because we're at kind of a grinding halt here as far as expansion. So we've got a nice little pocket here of what we want, but we want essentially every bit of this to be high wealth and all this to be high wealth. And then maybe we'll worry about, because maybe over here we'll do low wealth. I don't know, we'll see. But okay, so let's see what we're gonna go. Let's go over our options. Now, I typically just stick with the formal stuff just because it drastically improves the land value, and the amount of area that these things take up are fairly minimal. I was thinking of a kind of a method here with some of these hills. Oh, here we go. That's a good one there. But with some of these hills, it's a little challenging. Of course, it can be done, though. Everything can be done. Just a matter of how bad you want it. But let's see. We've got plenty of room out here along the outskirts. I like that. That's going to help us in the end. Let's see, can we fit something in here? Well, that's a little baby one. I'm trying to get away from putting the parks in. Of course, there's certain scenarios where you have to, but I'm trying to keep it so we don't have to put the parks inside the residential area. Let's see here. What can we put? Where are we holding for it? We need to put something out over here. Maybe a yes. I didn't really do that much. Maybe a. I don't really want to do the balloons yet. Okay, there we go. Alright, so great. They have a nice little spectacle to come into as far as the amphitheaters and maybe a concert coming. I like that. I know I keep flipping back and forth, guys, but I'm trying to get an idea here of what we're going to need. Over here, this is a nice little area over here where we can maybe put something, or maybe a combination of things. And then we can actually... I don't do this enough, but you can just upgrade the... just upgrade it. There's 15 modules you can add. It looks a little... I don't like the way that looks, really. Nice little... Whoops. This will be like a mega park over here. Look at that. That's like a straight up... That's a palace of parks. And look at what it just did to the land value, guys. Look at that. Can we do that anywhere else over here? I want to get rid of this one. Because that's gonna... Yeah. Some places you just can't avoid it. It's one of the prices you pay. This was a good call here because this little curve here is going to prevent expansion, so that was a good one. Can we add anything to this guy? Of course we can. That's going to take out the whole zone. Don't really want to do that. Alright, that's not bad. Where are we at? Okay, so we're good over there. I guess we're gonna have to add something here in the middle. Alright, let's let that play out just a bit. Now, commercial zone, same thing applies to this. You know, high wealth residents want high wealth places to shop. So let's start up here. Wow, we've got nothing going on up here. This is where I was thinking we can maybe do our balloons. I think that would be cool up here near the touristy area. Our urban hot air balloon park. So we'll put that right here. Kind of an odd place for it, but wow, that kind of fills everything out, doesn't it? Beautiful. So we got our urban hot air balloon park. Let's see, what else can we get? So we could throw another amphitheater up here. Maybe not. Which one is that? Large fountain park. Okay, moving on up. Moving on up. Alright, this little bugger, we can put something in here. This is all kind of a shift, you know. It's not difficult to get low wealth residents into your city and keep them there. The difficulty is getting, you know, the higher wealth, the medium to high wealth people to stay. Otherwise, they'll just leave. Everything will go abandoned, and it'll just be a big waste of time, essentially. So you kind of want to play this out. This should be the part of your city where you kind of take your time a little bit, because if you don't, it's just gonna come back and there, we can put that there. Now that should just filled out the whole area. All right. Now let's wait for that to kind of develop a little bit. Okay, and I wanted to add a ferry dock in this episode too. We've got a good little location over here. I did my best with the roads. As you can see over here, you know, right now you can't tell, but once we get everyone moving in, this is you're going to try to find the problem spots. I'm thinking this area over here probably would be a problem spot because everybody is going to either be coming over here to here or here to here. And the way I made it to prevent traffic on this main avenue is I've kind of only made a couple inlets. One over here, and then the others being down over this way, over here. So these are going to be your problem areas, and we might have to add another one, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now, everything's fine because we only have 600 people, 800 people in our city. So, wow, we got a large amount of visitors. That's a pretty good number if you think about it. The ratio there, almost half the residents or half the people in the city right now are visitors. They're not residents. So that's a good thing to look at. Now, ferry docks. Let's see where we got here. Boats. I want to add one of these definitely because these things are paramount. That's the word for a successful city as far as tourism goes. Where can we, because the way the road, we might even add more than one, guys. Who's to say we only have to add one? Let's add it here. No. Because I want it to be connected right to this road here. Let's see, how does that look? I guess we could just add it right there in the middle. All right, that'll be good. Kabam! All right, beautiful. Because I want to connect it to this road here to make access to it a lot better for the tourism. Go a little bit more, and then let's just do a little curve shot here. Beautiful. All right, guys, that is going to open up, and we're going to have tourism pretty much immediately. Now, I was looking at this here. Passenger ferry dock. Dock for a passenger ferry to bring low and medium wealth workers from other cities in the region connected by water. Now, low to medium wealth is not what we're geared for this city. We're really not. This is going to be, just like the other two that we previously done, a medium density, high wealth city all throughout, with the exception of our commercial zones where it's going to be more of a higher density, just because of the city layout and the way I kind of want to do the buildings at the top of the hill. But this, I don't know if we should keep this one. And then we got the cruise ships, which anyone for a game of shuffleboard allows cruise ships to dock, bring medium and high wealth tourists from the region. Now that's what we want. So let's add one of those, and then let's get rid of this and add another one of the cruise ships. And I've never tried this before, but I'm thinking this should help us out. As long as it lets me do it. No, it's not even going to let me do it. I take that back, people. I thought for sure, just like the trade ports, that you can probably do that. So forget what I said. We'll just add another dock down this way. And let's add our sign. But you get what I'm saying, though, right? It's not really intended to fix our employment process. It's intended strongly just for the, for the tourists that it's going to be bringing in. All right, that's fine. And I was thinking, too, maybe we can do some shops by the docks. We've got our lower wealth. That's cool. We'll do that. Got to have places for everyone to shop. And then, all right, that's turning itself on. We'll give that a minute. I placed my water tower here. You see this is yellow, or my water plant, because our sewage treatment plant is going to raise the water tables in this area. Right now it's pretty stagnant, but this eventually through time will become our focal point for our water. So I can't really get that off of the yellow. It kind of bugs me to see that, but the quickest or best way to do this is just to add more of these, and that will pump more water into this area. But I mean, there's enough water for everybody. That's not the issue. Alright, so we got anything going up here? Look at this expansion, guys. Look at this. Almost every single building in the city up here is upgrading. That's pretty cool. It's almost like the SimCity commercials, where they show you building it. Like the trailers where your city's growing out of the ground. That's pretty cool. Do we have anybody coming in here? Nah, so we're still losing it, but that's going to change. I promise you guys that's going to change. The other thing I wanted to add too, we have that other Globe Theater. I was thinking, I'm trying to find a good spot for that. Now, it's probably going to be something, because you can actually set events through that. Maybe we could put it down here somewhere. I don't know. I think it would look better though in the city. We'll see once these buildings start coming. Look at this guy. Look at the way the building is. What kind of grass is that? Is that even grass? What is that? It looks like an airport runway. Just smaller. I don't get it. Interesting. We didn't do anything for land value out here, so let's see what we got going. We've got some spots. We've got some spots. It did 0. Not even a little bit. It did nothing. Maybe it has to open up first. It's not gonna do nothing either. I did a little bit. Medium sculpture garden. Everybody's got a sculpture garden that they can visit at their earliest convenience. So I like that. Give that a chance, and we'll change it along the way. I'm just trying to get some of these buildings upgraded so you guys can see the shape the city's going to take on. Let's speed this up just a little bit because we're dragging here. And I don't know, we're about 15 minutes of the episode. We haven't really done very much. We just kind of laid out some of the land value. Like I said, that was our game plan for this episode. One thing I want to kind of talk about, though, is the fact that, it doesn't always have to be. And I know when I used to start playing SimCity, not particularly this one, but more like SimCity 4, I always shot for the city that is completely flat, no issues, limited avenues as far as water, just because it's easier. It gives you a better mind or a better mindset for creativity when it's a flat land and it's all you. Every single decision is being made is you. For me personally, I've only done a couple cities like this, none live, where I've actually had a mountain basically in the middle of the city, and I like it. I think it promotes a little bit more of a challenge. You can only do certain things with a city like this, and I think it looks better. And when everything gets built up, I'm sure you guys will agree. Let's try to add a train station here, because we are pretty much at that stage now where we've got to try to get our... Let's see, we can just put her right out here off to the side. That'll work. And this is kind of our main road here. So let's try to add that as our main road. So they'll get off the boat. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Nice little curvy shape. So they'll get off the boat. Let's get rid of this. And look at that. They'll head right into town. Oh, we got a balloon taking off over here. That's cool. That usually takes a few minutes to get developed. So I'm happy to say that that's working now. You can see our German city off to the side, which is basically looking like a serious downtown area with all those buildings shooting up. Look at this road over here. What the heck? How does something like that happen? It's like a dirt bike track, only not dirt. We should make that a dirt road. Wouldn't that be funny? Like a little off-road dirt bike track out this way. That has got to be the funniest looking road I've ever seen in this game. Wow. All right. We got plenty of space too. We've only kind of shot up certain areas, so. And our density is coming up. I mean, this city is looking pretty strong here. We have, what else do we have to look at here? All right, power is good. Water, like I said, I talked about that earlier. Sewage is great. We haven't added a town hall. Where could we add this? That's kind of, maybe we could put it over here somewhere. Ooh, that might be nice. Or over here. Town hall is usually in like the downtown area, in most cities. I don't like it over there. No. I guess it would work over here. We're not going to go crazy with upgrading it, you know what I mean? It's just good to have, though. I guess we can put it over here, maybe. I mean, we really don't have too many options. It's either here, which I don't like. Let's do it over here. And it kind of terraforms the land around it to. Look at this. I have never had a city where I've had this few residents. This long through the city, I've never had a city that's. Wow. I guess it's due to lack of density or whatever, but we're taking it slow, I know I said I'd try to keep this 3 parts, but if it goes 4, so be it. This city here, I'm going to definitely take my time with this one because I think this has got the got the opportunity to be the best looking one I've made most recently. I really feel that way. I know right now it's still young, but when this gets all built up, guys, this is going to be pretty awesome. Look at all the mansions. Look at that. Look at how cool that looks. Look at this house. All these houses. I like this one right here. I wouldn't mind living there. Looking out over everything. Big Ben in the background. Kind of distorts it a little bit from far away. We got our cruise liners coming in. Now, education, I know this plays a big role in when buildings upgrade as far as density, so let's take a look at our education map. Only 226 students enrolled. Let's put our, because we don't even have any bus stops through here. And we might want to add a second school just because of the way the roads are kind of laid out. I don't know if the buses are going to get around to it. That looks good there. Okay. Maybe a library or two. Those seem to help, and I know they're underrated. Not many people talk about the libraries. But libraries, I mean, they help. Promise you that, you know, they help. Just add them around, you know, nothing doesn't have to be, you know, really thought out. Just, you know, wherever you see fit, wherever. Nice little spot there. Right on the hillside. All right, what we got over here? These guys are getting big. Are these commercials? Still, what did that say? Still annoyed we what? Sometimes the residents just complain just to complain. Have very few cities where nobody in the entire city has anything bad to say. Approval rating has a lot to do with that. Right now we're starting off small. Of the 2 cities I've done so far, the Paris, here we go. We got a little bit of a breakthrough. Here we go. So now we get an idea of this is what we're gonna have through most of the city. Wow, that looks pretty sweet. I love the colors. Man, could you imagine what kind of view would you have? Wow, that looks pretty crazy though. Like when you're driving on this road, you're kind of looking over top of the building. I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, that would definitely happen. But could you imagine having like this condo right here and looking out to a brick wall? That would suck. I bet you can get that apartment cheap though, you know? We wouldn't pay top dollar for that one. Alright, we're looking really good. I like this area here. Are we doing okay? Ferry, 298 tourist riders. I'm guessing this. Yep, right there. Coming on up through the... We were down in the negatives yesterday, and then I put that ferry dock and the trains in, and look at that. That just goes to show how much that helps, you know? Sorry, throat's getting dry. I have to take a sip of my drink. Alright, this is our first little glimpse. First glimpse, guys. And then now we can actually add that there because it's not going to affect our density. That's kind of what I say, let that play out, you know, with the land value. Get an idea of how big these buildings are and how much room they're going to take up. And then we can just fill it in with parks. Jobs, I know we only have a few residents. Look at that. I have more tourists in my city than residents. I love it. That looks like, if you've checked out my arcology videos or some of the other episodes that I have where I have my arcology up, you'll have to go kind of way back. But, you know, most of the cities, if you were to put an arcology, let's say, for example, if I were to put an arcology here, each of these 3 cities, and you know what, it might actually not be a bad idea, would have more visitors than actual residents. I kid you not. And it helps with everything. It helps with industry. It helps with... It's just... I believe the arcology is the best great works that you can do. But that's just my opinion, you know. International airport too. That kind of promotes crime. You guys saw that in the last series, but... Buses is next. because we got tourists are coming in. We got to have buses, and I want double-decker bus terminal because that's sticking with our our vibe that we got going here. This location is in England, so let's get a nice spot for that. I kind of want it up, not near residence, definitely not, but maybe off. Maybe this would be a nice spot over here, or maybe we can do here. That's gonna block our shot at roads. Here's not a bad shot. No. Or maybe out here, yeah. The problem with this, though, is putting it here. The amount of traffic that this may cause and the problems that the buses might have getting out of here. Because that's our main road. Maybe it'd be okay. I guess we could put it there, and then if it's a problem, we can move it. You know? No problems doing that. Pretty cool. I like how it levels out everything, you know? Doesn't matter where the roads are, it levels it all out. So now we got to put a sign, because that's first, as they all know, first order of business is your sign. Because if you don't have the sign, you know, who knows what this could be, you know? And the buses, they're just going to loop out here. We'll start off with just a couple. We only have a few residents in the city, so. And this is going to connect us to the other cities, too. And that's what you guys are seeing with as far as the tourism is concerned. That's what that is. That's those other cities. So let's see. First order of business. Let's put one right out over here. Let's put it here. First order of business. Second order, let's do it down by the ferry. You want to try to do your best with putting the bus stops so that people don't have to cross the road. Of course, you can't guarantee anything, but we can put a bus stop out over here. And let's see, where else? I want to do one down by the industry. And then let's see, through our commercial area, we got to kind of have this set up so people, yeah, one more is good. And by the train station. I know we're close. Well, actually, you know what? I probably don't need that there. You think they're too lazy to walk from here to here? I bet you they are. Alright, that's fine. We'll put one there too. And we'll see how that runs. Education. What are we doing? 211 students. We don't really have that many residents. So the amount of students, 211 of 398. Huh. Kind of bite my lip at that a little bit. Wonder what's going on. Community college. Do we want to add that? I guess we could. Always want to add your college out near your tech. Or out near your industry. To improve your tech. That's what I meant to say. What do we got going on over here? Are these abandoned? Not enough places to ship freight, huh? I kid you not. That message... I very rarely see that message when you have this much commercial in the city. You know what I mean? Look at this building. What's this? Expensive Inn? I'm telling you, they're adding new buildings to this game, unbeknownst to anybody. Because there's some of these buildings that I see playing this game a while now. I guess I may have just not taken notice to something like that, but I don't know. That looks like a different building to me. I've never seen that, but alright. I think we're coming along pretty good. Pretty good. Bus terminal, you open yet? Needs workers. We have workers everywhere. There's no density, though. You know, you gotta let this density come up. Let me give it a shot here. Man, this is gonna look so cool when this is done. Look at that. Just picture all these like this. Wow. What can we do out here? We got a little blank area here, and we're gonna put that to good use. What can we put out here? Man, I have not had an airport in any of my episodes. Do we have room for that here? I always think of putting an airport in and it's too late. You know, like, I do that every time. And that's my bad, guys. That is my bad. Wait, fit out over here somewhere? This is going to be difficult, too, with airplanes taking off right. Yeah, it's not going to fit over here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, well. Should be one of the first things you place, guys. By the way, if you ever think about adding an airport to your city, that should be one of the first things you think about, because it takes up so much space. And with a city like this, it has to be a flat terrain. And with a city like this, there would only be a couple places that you could even put that airport. Maybe down over here if you wanted to, or maybe over here if I thought it through. I'll work with it off camera. I'll see if maybe I can fit it in somewhere, because I know you guys, some of you have been asking for an airport, and it would probably benefit us here. It would. A small municipal airport, so. Alright, well, what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and let's finish out this episode here. I'm going to turn this to cheetah speed. I'm going to let this kind of run its course here just for a few minutes, and we will see you next episode.